Welcome to day 17 of 30 days of eating for me and my dog after 5 years on a carnivore diet. I'm tracking, documenting, and sharing everything that me and my dog consume, and at the end of each video, I go over a complete nutritional breakdown as well as the cost. So if this is something that resonates with you and you want to follow along as we try to optimize the diet, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the future videos in this series. And if you happen to miss the previous episodes and you want to catch up, there will be a link in the description below where you can access those. Now, I will say that after that meal I had last night and my day of eating yesterday, I kind of mentioned that my intuition was telling me not to eat any more food because I think the food is just so nutrient dense that I really don't need as much food. And this morning, I am 100% not hungry at all. I could probably go the entire day without eating based on the way I feel right now. And it's not that I'm full, I just have no desire to eat. But I think that's a big testament to how nutrient dense the food actually is that I'm consuming. Because if I was consuming food that was not nutrient dense and that did not have all these essential vitamins and minerals, I would be hungry. My body would be telling me to eat because it's going to be craving something. But right now, I'm telling you, I just have no desire whatsoever to eat anything. But for the sake of this portion of this series, and for me trying to optimize this diet and really trying to experiment with this, I'm going to go ahead and eat. All right, I've got 4 ounces of scrap beef. I'll log this as chuck steak because it's pretty similar to that. I've got 2 ounces of mussels, and I'm primarily including these because of the manganese and the vitamin C content because they are high on both. All right, I've got 2 egg yolks, 2 ounces of extra sharp cheddar cheese, 2.5 tablespoons of organic butter, and 4 ounces of local ground beef. This is 75/25. And I also have 1 5-ounce wild-caught skin-on salmon fillet. And I'm also going to top this off with a 1/4 teaspoon of eggshell powder for a little extra calcium. I must say that these meals definitely look a lot more appealing than what I was eating the past couple weeks. When they say eating the rainbow, I think this is about as close to eating the rainbow of the animal kingdom as possible. Alright, everything's done. So the only other thing I'm adding, of course, I can't go without my pink Himalayan salt. Again, I'm not hungry, but the food looks really, really good. So that's kind of an incentive to eat it, I guess. But if I had a choice, I definitely wouldn't eat. But for the sake of this experiment, I'm sacrificing myself to the food. All right, Shawnee is patiently waiting. All right, we have a pretty basic meal tonight. I've got 16 ounces of chicken leg quarter. There's a huge chicken back in here for some raw meaty bones. I got this over the weekend for 87 cents a pound. Next up is 4 ounces of local 80/20 ground beef. I get this for $2.99 a pound. 4 ounces is 76 cents. I have a 3-ounce chunk of venison here, and I sourced this locally, so this is 100% free. I've got 4 ounces of chicken gizzards. I get this for $1.25 a pound, so 4 ounces is 32 cents. I have a very small piece of Nature's multivitamin deer liver, and this is 100% free. I've got 3 ounces of chicken feet, aka 2 chicken feet. I get these for $2.24 a pound, so 3 ounces is 42 cents. And as always, I've got 1 cup of bone broth that I will heat up and pour over top of her food. So the total weight of all this food, excluding the bone broth, is 30 ounces. And the total for everything you see here is $2.37, which breaks down to $1.26 a pound. The dog is fed. She's out there grubbing down right now. So now it's my turn to eat. So starting from the top, here's what we have. I got 5 ounces of wild-caught salmon. This 5 ounces of salmon is going to cost me $1.55. I have 4 ounces of chicken leg quarter, 32 cents. 4 ounces of pork chop, 76 cents. 4 ounces of ground beef, also 76 cents. 2 ounces of mussel, 62 cents. 8 ounces of ground lamb. This is that lamb I got on sale for $4.05 a pound. It's local. And 8 ounces is going to cost me $2. I have 2 free-range eggs, 78 cents. 2 tablespoons of butter, 43 cents. I have 3 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese, 78 cents. 1 ounce of cream cheese, 50 cents. So the total cost for this entire meal, and this is 34 ounces of food, is going to be $8.50. Alright, this food is done. Now I must say, this looks absolutely fan-freaking fantastic. I can't even express how good this smells right now. Man, I don't know how people can look at this or look at meat and not be just completely enamored by that and want to just dig in with your hands and just go caveman on it, because that's the way I feel right now. So before I dig into this and go crazy here, let's talk about cost, all right? So for breakfast this morning, that was $5.42. But with that said, $8.50 for this is unbeatable. I'm basically eating like a king right now. And I ate like a king today with a combined total of $13.92. Breakfast, dinner, with my dog's food, the entire total for the whole day is $16.29. Yeah, that meal definitely tasted as good as it looked and smelled. That was absolutely fantastic. I feel like these meals just get better and better, like every time I eat. As a matter of fact, I think that was probably the best meal I've eaten since I've been doing this series, legitimately. So today I got 3,959 calories. So my calorie surplus for today, speaking of calories, is 1,352 calories. All right, so my fat to protein ratio today is 64% of my calories came from fat and 34% of my calories came from protein. Total protein consumed today, 325 grams of protein, and total fat consumed is 283 grams of fat. All right, moving down the list. So vitamin C, this is the one I expected to be low, and it is at 18% today. That's just trying to optimize the best I possibly could using only muscle meat, basically, muscle meat and fat. So 18% with no organs is actually not bad. And we are pretty early on into this, but I have a hunch, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, but my hunch is that meeting your RDA of vitamin C is going to be next to impossible without including organs. I'll keep trying and I'll keep pushing at it, but I really don't see that it's going to be possible. But at the same time, and on the other side of the token, is it really required? Is it necessary? And I would say that based off my experience, I'm actually living proof that it's not necessary, because I've never tried to do this before. I've never had a problem with vitamin C. I've never had to supplement. I've always been totally fine. All right, moving on. Iron, I got almost 3.5 times my RDA in iron, so I'm good there. I got 22 times my RDA on B12, so definitely maxed out on B12. I'm good there. Calcium, I got little over 1.5 times my RDA, 171% of calcium. Folate's another one that was chronically low, and I got right dead on 100% my RDA. Vitamin A, this is a really good place for vitamin A, 169%. Another really great place for potassium, I'm at just over 1 times my RDA. All right, B vitamins, B1, that's one that was kind of low pretty consistently the first couple weeks I was doing this, and I got 2 times my RDA in B1, so that's awesome. All the other B vitamins are at or well above my RDA. Vitamin D, this is another one that was chronically low the first couple weeks I was doing this when I was just eating intuitively, and vitamin D, I got 2 times my RDA. Vitamin E, this is another one that has been chronically low, and I'm at just over 1 time my RDA, 126%. All right, vitamin K, this is the one that, again, I'll flash this information up on the screen, but Chronometer does not like me. It does not like vitamin K, and it apparently doesn't like the foods that are high in vitamin K, because it seems like no matter what food I put in here, it's always showing that vitamin K is very, very low. Pork and chicken specifically are very, very high in vitamin K, and you can actually pretty much hit your RDA and vitamin K with pork and chicken just with 3 ounces of each. So I definitely met my RDA on vitamin K. So going into minerals, copper I'm good on, almost 2 times my RDA. Magnesium, okay, so magnesium's the only other one it looks like that I did not hit my RDA on, and I got 94%. I would say that is in a very, very optimal range, even if it's not 100%, because magnesium can be very hard to get from food. And that's speaking from somebody who's really done my due diligence on learning about magnesium, because when I came into carnivore, I had a really bad heart condition, and magnesium played a very fundamental role in overcoming that. So I know my way around magnesium for sure. And to get that much from animal foods and knowing that it's extremely bioavailable, and that's basically the best source you can get, that's fantastic. All right, manganese, this is another one that has been chronically low the past couple weeks. I just had 4 ounces of mussels today, and that was enough to put me at 3 times my RDA. Phosphorus, I got almost 5 times my RDA. Selenium is very high, almost 10 times my RDA. Sodium I'm good on, I just salt my food to taste. Zinc, I got 4 times my RDA, that's a lot of zinc, but that's really good. All right, moving on down to lipids, fats, cholesterol. 1,810 grams. I got 183% of my omega-3 at 2.9 grams and 86% of my omega-6 at 14.6 grams. So I'm good with this. I'm good with not getting my RDA on omega-6 because, again, omega-3 is going to be very anti-inflammatory and it's just going to be more beneficial than having more omega-6 in your diet. Saturated fat, 134 grams. Trans fats, 5.9 grams. I'm good with all these fats. Like I say in every video, fat when it comes from animal products and animal sources is very, very fundamental for human health. And going down the list through all the proteins and essential amino acids, just like always, and I wouldn't expect anything any different, I well exceeded my RDA on every single protein and essential amino acid on the list, which always makes sense because meat is a very, very complete protein source. So looking pretty good. I'm actually pretty ecstatic about this because I didn't include organs tonight and I still met and exceeded my RDA on every single vitamin and mineral except for vitamin C and magnesium. And I could have easily gotten my RDA on magnesium had I added just a little bit more seafood and stuff in there. But I feel like I was in a pretty good place with the amount of food I consumed. So I'm totally okay with that. And as far as vitamin C goes, like I mentioned earlier, I feel like that one's just going to be really, really difficult to get without including organ meats. That's just the bottom line. I think that's something you're going to have to do if you want to get that much vitamin C in your diet. And with that said, if you haven't done so already, be sure to like, subscribe, join the Apex Tribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the future videos in this series. And I'll see you on day 18. All right, peace out.